Hello Internet, this is TheRoschi and I'm back with some more Genshin Impact gameplay goodness. Today we have the one and only himself, Arataki Itto's story quest, and I'm very excited to show you my experience. They went above and beyond for this, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But rather than talk about it, why not just get right into it? Let's begin. It's time for the one and only, but first, I do have a 10 pull to make. This is 54 pity. There's a chance we could get something. Alright, 4-star. Another Rain Slasher. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's okay, I guess. I mean, maybe I could refine it. I mean, I guess I will. I also apologize in advance if I do a lot of shifting in place or stretching. Woke up on the wrong side of the bed, literally just because I'm old. I woke up and my back hurts, so you know, my bad for all the constant movement, more than usual. Well, I already shift around enough as it is. Ooh, beetles!
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Was there something we could help with?
Yes. I'm afraid that I have another task that requires your assistance. The Adventurers Guild has recently received a commission directly from the Tenryou Commission. The assignment is both urgent and dangerous. After assessing the assignment, the Guild has concluded that seasoned adventurers are required. Naturally, you came to mind.
Thanks, Catherine.
Just another day on the job for us.
Dangerous, you say?
Allow me to explain. The Tenryou Commission recently issued an arrest warrant for a young Oni by the name of Arataki Itto.
An Oni? You mean those big, tough-looking guys with horns on their heads?
That's correct. This particular Oni is quite vocal and audacious, so he already has quite the reputation on the streets. That said, he has never been caught up in major trouble of any kind. So it came as a surprise to learn that he has recently been accused of stealing things, and sometimes even whisking away the people themselves.
Oh.
But it doesn't end there. When the Tenryou Commission dispatched a Doshin to apprehend him, he assaulted the Doshin before making a getaway with his accomplices.
Sounds like a real ruffian.
So let Paimon guess. It's up to us to bring this Oni in. No problemo. This does sound like a job for the Traveler. He'll be back with that Oni in no time.
I have complete confidence you will succeed. However, please exercise caution. This Oni also happens to hold a vision, and is the leader of an organization known as the Arataki Gang.
I'm not too experienced with gang fights. He has a gang, but I have Paimon. I can't give her that much credit.
You're right. We have no idea what we'll be up against. Better play it safe.
Sorry, I'm still salty about the previous thing I reacted to.
We are still investigating Arataki Itto's potential motives behind these incidents, as well as his current whereabouts. But please ask around in the streets as well. There will likely be others more familiar with Itto's circumstances than I am, who can provide you with useful information.
Okay, we'll go ask around.
Thank you. I will await your return. Ad Astra Avisask.
Alright.
Well, let's start asking around on the streets. Hopefully we'll learn a little more about this Arataki Itto guy and figure out where he might have run off to.
Hey, you guys got news? Hey, you got news? Furuya Noboru?
Arataki Itto? Yeah, I've heard of the guy. Word is he did something monumentally stupid, then ran off before they could catch him.
Sounds about right.
And to be completely honest, I was a little surprised when I first heard it. Okay, well, I mean, not that surprised.
Wait, you mean he already had a bad reputation?
Paimon. He's a gang leader.
No, not exactly. He's just very overbearing in everything he does. Big and brash and always making a ruckus.
Okay, so here's the question. If Arataki Itto is a gang leader of the Arataki gang, what is their deal? Because it sounds like other than being obnoxious, he hasn't really done anything bad. Or at least according to Kuki Shinobu, she's referred to, getting them out of prison, like paying off their fines and getting them out and stuff. But like, what have they actually done to go to prison? And then we're doing this now, and they're just kind of like, yeah, he's just kind of loud and annoying. But he hasn't really done anything until just now. So, as a gang, what do they do? They just hang out? Is this just what he wants to call, like, a friend group or something? I mean, I'm sure maybe I'll learn more about him. But, I'm just... What makes him what makes them a gang?
So, on the one hand, he's a larger-than-life kind of guy. But on the other hand, he's emotionally volatile. When he's in a good mood, he's as high as a kite. But when he gets upset, he gets completely enraged.
Okay, subtitle said something different, but I get you. Same
I don't
thing.
personally see him as a bad guy, but I guess I wouldn't put it past him to get all riled up and lose control.
What is he usually up to? Yeah.
I'm afraid that I'm not too sure myself. I keep a pretty good eye on what's happening in the city, and as far as I can tell, he just idles the days away.
Why are you coughing? You're freaking me out. I'm getting like Teppei flashbacks. You can't be doing this to me
When
right
someone
now.
asks for it, he's willing to lend a helping hand, but other than that, he's just out making a scene with the kids on the street or his gang.
Okay.
If I had to guess, his lack of income finally drove him to do something more drastic to make ends meet.
Is it just Paimon, or is this Itto fellow starting to sound pretty weird?
I'm afraid that I don't have much else to tell you. He tends to spend his time with people a little more lively than myself. Perhaps you could try asking around some more.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Arataki Itto? Oh yeah. I heard about that whole thing. I'm sure it must have been a mix-up on the Tenryou Commission's end. He could never do anything so dastardly.
Huh? How can you be so sure? Is he really as trustworthy as all that?
No, perhaps you misunderstand me. When I said he could never do anything dastardly, I meant he literally doesn't have what it takes.
You mean he's not smart enough?
Maybe a story will explain it better. So, he used to spend a lot of time playing rock, paper, scissors and hide and seek with the kids on the streets.
Okay.
Kids, being kids, aren't exactly the most difficult to outsmart. I'm sure you can see what I'm getting at here. He used to lose all the time, sometimes catastrophically.
On purpose, though, right?
No, not at all. The one time I saw him win, he started jumping around and yelling, "I won! I finally won! I'm unbeatable!" And so on.
Okay. Wow. You put a lot of heart into that as just an... Okay. Reenactment.
Then he took the kid's candy as his prize and ate it right there in front of him.
Oh.
That's just plain wrong.
No, it's fine. It's hilarious. Fuck them kids.
He did take it way too far that time. The poor kid started crying, so I stepped in and gave Itto a scolding. He was pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before the kid had stopped crying and was laughing and playing again as if nothing had ever happened. In fact, the children quite like playing with him because he's always serious about the stakes and never throws a game on purpose. So, I suppose what I'm trying to say is a guy who can't even beat kids at a children's game really gonna be capable of these kinds of diabolical deeds?
I mean, how do you explain Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh? Keeps losing in a children's card game, but He just does evil shit.
Nah, I have to do that every day.
I think I understand your point now. That's not all what I expected to hear. I will say that I have a feeling that I was already going to like Arataki Itto. I think it's... I'm still confused as to how the whole gang thing works with him and why people actually follow him. But I guess if he's just extremely charismatic anyway, of course that's going to attract people to want to be near him regardless. I mean, I'm just wondering, is he playing with the kids and stuff because he's just a nice guy and wants to have fun with them and make sure that they're also having fun? Or is he just straight up like, these are my rivals and I must beat them, and takes it a little too seriously? It's one thing if he gets caught up and he's competitive, like I get that. But I don't know. So far it sounds like he is just a big kid. But I'm wondering if there's a reason why he's just a big kid other than just he's dumb. I think I understand your point now.
Huh. He doesn't sound like a bad guy at all. In fact, he kind of sounds like a man of integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Still, the Tenryou Commission's evidence against him is supposed to be irrefutable.
Really?
So, I'm not trying to condone his actions or anything. If he really has messed up big time, then he should face the consequences just like anyone else.
Thanks for the info. We'll keep asking around.
Arataki Itto. Of course I know him. We've been trying to apprehend him recently.
Yeah, and?
We know he's already left Inazuma City, but with no clues to follow, we have no choice but to commission others for help, including the Adventurers Guild.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine says that Arataki Itto hasn't done anything seriously bad before, so it seems pretty strange. Paimon's curious. Is there any evidence of all this stuff he's accused of?
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we'd never have put so many people on the case. For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity, but for an Oni, the horns are a dead giveaway. I mean, the whole city could have recognized it was him.
How do you know it wasn't a different Oni?
At first, he was just one of our suspects, but when we went to investigate, he personally confessed to everything and started trying to provoke the officers. What's most frustrating is that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. He must have been planning the whole thing right from the start.
Did he have a motive?
Of course he did. Whether material or psychological, there is plenty of evidence either way.
So that would be...
He's never had a Mora to his name his entire life, and he's never kept down a real job. Word is that he also takes care of someone in his gang, and that the burden of it takes quite the toll on him. After scrounging for a living all these years, maybe he thought that being the bad guy would be an easier ride.
Takes care of someone in his gang. Would that be Kuki? I know very little about Kuki. I know that she covers her face. Part of her face, but I feel like that's just for covering her identity. Although, how could you... I mean, she's got the bright green hair. How could you miss her? What else? She also has, like, these red markings on her. I think. I might look at her character after this.
As for his psychological motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we confiscated his vision during the Vision Hunt Decree.
Ah. So he was exacting revenge on the Tenryou Commission.
At the time, Arataki Itto put up quite a fight. It took a huge amount of manpower and resources, and in the end we had to enlist the help of Kujo-Sara to finally secure his vision.
Yup. And that's what his demo is all about.
The Vision Hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go to such extreme lengths to take revenge on us.
Don't take his vision, man.
He does sound a little unstable. Just like people have been saying.
The motives seem valid enough.
If the two of you are able to capture Arataki Itto, please bring him straight here. We'll handle him from there.
Thanks for all the info.
Okay.
Too bad we still don't know where he could have run off to. We already got word on the street, so maybe it's time to talk to a real specialist. Paimon remembers that there's a detective agency here in Inazuma. Maybe we can try asking there.
Silly question. Not that we're gonna run into him. But is Heizo associated with that detective agency? Or does he do his own thing? I'm just assuming because, you know, he's a detective and he's in Inazuma, and that's a detective agency in Inazuma. So I imagine maybe the person there works alongside him, but I don't know. Anyway, Kuki Shinobu. Okay. Love the Joker aesthetic. Always. Okay, so... Oh, she does have red marks. But I don't know if they're just tattoos or what. She straight up has them on her ass. I mean, you could see it like right there, right above her. Like that's like, ah, God. Maybe Shinobu does have something, and Arataki Itto has been taking care of her. Whether or not he still is probably up in the air. Or maybe he thinks he is still, but she doesn't need it anymore. Or maybe she does. And either way, she sticks around because she's loyal to him because of the help that he has given her over time. That is my guess. I don't know if that is true. I don't know what her issue could be if she has one. But it might be related to the markings that she has. Although it doesn't have to be anything visible. I'm just trying to think of a reason why someone would have something on their character design. Usually things have reasons for being there. So, there you go. Hello. Oh wait, I don't think Heizo would work here because this is your thing. This is like, it's named after you, isn't it? Or maybe he could. Maybe he's just not in charge of it.
Hello, we'd like to ask some questions about Arataki Itto.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, him again. Sure. I have answers. We've already done some investigating for the Tenryou Commission. But first, do you have enough Moro to cover the fee?
Well, how much do you charge?
I've heard all about your travels. After everything you've been through, I'm sure you understand the way these sorts of things work.
How much more are we talking about here?
A one-off payment of 397,000 Mora, upfront. Plus a further 5% of your Adventures Guild remuneration as my commission, if Arataki Itto is successfully caught and brought to justice.
That's bullshit. Plus a further 5% of the Adventures Guild commission? No. You don't get 5% if I catch them. I understand. This is a lot of more, but I understand the upfront cost. No. You don't get 5%, not unless if you come with me. Then you get 5%.
Whoa! That's crazy expensive!
Yeah.
How did you even come up with the price that high?
She made it up.
Hold on. I wasn't finished. It just so happens the initial fee has already been paid in full by the Tenryou Commission. All you'll need to pay is the small commission fee.
No, I don't like that. I don't like the 5%.
And, as for that amount, I'll settle things with the Adventures Guild once we have Itto. So, from the way I see it, you guys are getting a pretty nice deal. Now then, to give you the full picture in this case, we must first recount a well-known Inazuman fairy tale.
Yeah, I mean, I usually agree with the things you say and stuff, but I don't like your business practices. I don't trust your business practices. I don't trust them. Tell me a story.
A long, long time ago,
Yes.
in a village lost to time, there lived a Crimson Oni and a Blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The Crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The Blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The Crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared. and threw beans at him whenever he came near. So the Blue Oni said to the Crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You'll come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
as planned, the Crimson Oni chased the Blue Oni away. The Crimson Oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the Crimson Oni went to tell the Blue Oni the good news, he was gone and left only a letter behind.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little Oni. But don't worry about me. No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
That's it? What about the little Blue Oni? Whatever happened to him?
I suppose the Blue Oni simply disappeared, never to be seen again. Only the Crimson Oni remain now.
Like, they say it's just a story, but this could just straight up be his backstory in general. And maybe in an event down the line or later in this quest, there will be a reference to another Oni other than him. Because now it's interesting because he does and say that he is the one and Oni, you know, in his demo, and that's like, that's kind of like, joke, pun, whatever. But if we are going off this story, he is the only one around. I mean, yeah, there are other, like, you know, mobs or whatever in the world, but I guess as far as people like him, yeah.
But the Blue Oni was just an innocent little kid.
Does this story have anything to do with the situation at hand?
Of course it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't go through all the trouble of telling it. One interpretation is that the story is actually broadly based on historical events and that Arataki Itto is, in fact, a descendant of the Crimson Oni.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to tell you is that the Oni have sacrificed a lot in the past in order to finally integrate themselves into human society. But there are still some volatile personality traits in the Oni bloodline. Every generation of Oni inherits these traits. So while Arataki Itto has never been known to commit a wrongful act in the past, can we ever completely rule out the possibility of him one day allowing this side of him to take over?
That's some prejudice, if you ask me.
But how could he do that? After the Blue Oni's sacrifice? That would be such a betrayal.
That's a very old story. Nobody knows how long it's been since the Blue Oni disappeared. We can only assume that they have long since died out, in which case, it would be quite a stretch to say it still counts as a betrayal at this point.
But they're also, like, reclusive and kind of in hiding as Onis are, which you pointed out. So you don't know if they've died out, and to assume that they've died out would also be stupid because you just said that they wouldn't be interfering, engaging into human society on purpose. So, I mean, yeah. Stop assuming things.
Besides, the suspect has already confessed. What is there left to discuss?
How about if they've already confessed and you have no new information for me other than a story that you don't know whether or not is real, you don't make any commission because you've done literally nothing.
According to my investigation, he was headed southwest. I would bet he's already made it to Yashiori Island by now.
Okay, well now this is the information. This is the information right here. All right. Let's see.
The Tenryou Commission is unable to enter territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that's the reason Arataki Itto chose to flee in that direction.
Okay. I understand. Thanks for all the information.
Don't mention it. I'm just doing my duty.
Because you got paid.
Wait, Paimon still has a question. If Arataki Itto has given into his bad side, won't that mean he's extra mean and violent now?
No, Paimon, he's gonna be as gentle as a kitten.
I could only assume so. Judging from his previous bouts, he is a skilled fighter with a lot of brute strength. Whether or not you'll be able to handle him, that I do not know.
Okay, but what's up with people throwing beans at Oni? What use is that?
I think I have heard before that he doesn't like beans. I thought it was a weird, like, stomach thing, but maybe it's just because of this, I guess. Or both. Could be both.
Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that Arataki Itto is allergic to beans.
There we go. Okay, so yeah.
In fact, all Oni will avoid beans, but especially Itto. I heard that just touching a bean is enough to incapacitate him.
We'll throw beans at him.
If you could weaken him a bit by triggering his allergies, perhaps you'd have better luck subduing him.
Seems a bit unfair to me.
It's fine. He's the bad guy, remember?
You idiot.
It just so happens that I have a bag of beans right here. I was planning to use them to make some porridge, but I think you will find a better use for them.
Thanks.
Of course, I will charge the Adventurers Guild a fair and reasonable rate for the beans.
Sneaky. But also, thanks.
At least you're not charging me for them.
Let's
That's
head
fine.
to Yoshiori Island and start looking for Itto.
Okay. Alright.
Welcome to Bonton Sango Detective.
Bag of beans, and we can go to Yoshiori Island. I'm not convinced he's a bad guy. There's just a misunderstanding. And we're gonna figure out...
Detective Sango, Itto should be somewhere around here. Catherine mentioned that he has a vision. Why not see if you can track him down using elemental sight?
Okay.
Look, footprints! Let's see where they lead. There's a camp here, but nothing stands out as particularly noteworthy. Let's keep moving forward.
The Oni's justice. Continue the pursuit.
There are more footprints here. He should be just up ahead.
Oh, we just have to walk out the
Could
circle.
that be him? Is that Arataki Itto?
Hell yeah.
He doesn't seem to be looking this way. Perfect. Let's try the beans Detective Sango gave us. It'll save a lot of hassle if we can avoid a fight.
I'd rather just talk to him. Okay. Hold E. Wait, what? Oh. I can't see.
What?
Those don't go as far as it looks like it's supposed to. I'm gonna get him. Oh. Nope. Nope. There we go. Finally.
Bean!
Now I feel bad.
Are you okay?
No, Paimon, we threw beans at him. You don't just throw beans at a guy. Come on, man. What kind of question is that?
What should we do? Paimon didn't think he'd react this badly.
Who's allergic? What do you think being allergic means?
Don't be alarmed. It's just my my allergies acting up. I've got it under control.
Oh, okay, it's not that bad.
It's all right. I got this. I just gotta tough it out. I can take it. I can take it. Who am I kidding? I gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is you want, it's gonna have to wait. I need a moment. Need a moment. Woo, that's better. That sure took a lot out of me, though. Hey, why'd you have to be so mean, huh? Surprise attacking me like that.
You can never be too careful when dealing with the fugitive. There's plenty more beans in the bag. You better come quietly.
Hey, whoa. Take it easy. Just stop with the beans, okay? So you're here to bring me in. How in the world did you find me all the way out here anyway?
Talk to a detective.
Well, whatever. If you think I'm going back with you, you can forget it. I'd walk away if I were you. I pack a mean punch, you know. I don't want to hurt any regular folks like you.
That's pretty big talk considering all the beans we have.
You're the one behind the robbery and the missing people, aren't you?
Yep, that's right. Me. All by myself. Nobody else. As boss of the Arataki gang, I gotta nab a little food and drink when we're running low. That's only natural, right?
Yeah, but nabbing people? That's taking it a bit far, don't you think?
Not when their families will pay good Mora to see them again. Easy pickings.
Alright, so he did just straight up kidnap people.
And the extra Mora means I can, give some to my gang to spend on themselves.
At least you're honest?
Hey, what's with all the questions? Like I said, I'm not going back with you, so stop wasting everybody's time.
It would be cool if we actually got to fight him.
No way, mister! We've accepted a commission to bring you back!
What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to my face.
I like your eyes.
Well, mostly he took a commission to bring you back.
Show some backbone, Paimon.
Looks like you aren't gonna let this drop. In that case, we...
Uncle Itto!
Don't run now. Careful or you'll fall.
Granny Oni.
What's taking you so long? You said we were gonna have a Beetle fight today. Come on, you promised.
Yeah, that's right. Still going ahead. But you see, I've been out here for ages, and I still can't find a Beetle that I like. So, just give Uncle Itto a little more time, okay?
Huh? Who are they? Are they your friends?
Yeah, that's right. I told them not to come, but what can I say? They were just too worried about me. It's because of a little thing called, prestige. Yeah, because of all the prestige Uncle Itto has.
I'm guessing he's taking care of these people? For reasons?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Come on, just play along. Leave the kid out of this.
Uncle Itto, you don't look so good. You look like you're about to fall over.
It's because we drugged him with beans.
That's because Uncle Itto bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle. Uh-oh. It's all good, though. These horns are rock solid.
Okay, if you say so. Granny and I will keep heading back now. Don't be too long.
Yep, I'll be right there. Hope you're ready to lose today.
Who were those people?
This is just a funny line to say in general. You know, just hanging out with some friends and then some of them leave and you just look to the other guy and you're like, who were those people? But Paimon's just being dumb.
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And the kid's name is Daisuke. I took him in just a while back. They're both like family to me.
That's cool.
They escaped with me out this way, along with my boys from the Arataki gang. If I didn't bring them with me, the Tenryou Commission would be knocking on their doors for sure.
I had no idea you were so caring towards others.
Right. But if you care about them so much, then you shouldn't have done all that stuff that made them worry about you in the first place.
True. You didn't think that through.
Listen, how about we make a deal? You two let me go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us will settle things with a duel.
Yeah.
If you win, I'll come quietly. You can take me back to Inazuma City, and you won't hear a peep out of me. Why? 'Cause I'm an Oni of my word. I'll just tell little Daisuke that my friends and I need to step outside for a moment. That way you won't worry. Cool?
What should we do? There is the kid to consider.
You have a deal.
Oh, it's on! I like your style. All right, but first things first. I need to find an Oni Kabuto to battle with. I've been looking here for ages and haven't found myself a winner yet, so it's time to try somewhere else. Come with me. Saves you worrying that I might skedaddle.
All right. Gotta find ourselves a beetle. A beetle bug. So I already kind of felt this before going into it that, you know, I like Arataki Itto. His voice actor is doing a very good job. It's pretty funny, but I imagine that this is going to be more of a comic relief quest in general because he just seems like that kind of character. I don't know if they ever do use him for things that are more serious and or dramatic, although you can kind of tell already that his backstory here is a little on the, you know, not the under the best circumstances side. How he was taken in, how he took another kid in. He got in trouble because he's just trying to take care of other people, and now and that got them involved and took them away. Like, yeah, so it's a whole thing. He didn't kidnap for the sake of kidnapping. He just kidnapped because yeah, it's going to lead to more trouble. But it was going to lead to trouble regardless. Because now people are after him, like us, who throw beans at him.
Paimon's curious. What kind of game is beetle fighting?
I played it once. It's pretty cool.
You guys have seen Oni Kabuto out in the wild, right? Even though they might look menacing on the outside, they're big softies on the inside. Most of the time, they're just sitting there doing nothing. But let me tell ya, once the Oni Kabuto start fighting, they won't let anything get in their way. The grand game of beetle fighting is a match where your beetle tries to flip the other beetle onto its back.
This sounds, This explains why I think there was a beetle fighting event. It wasn't the one that just happened, but there was one before it. Where it was like I randomly walked into Liyue, and all of a sudden I was approached by like Kuki Shinobu and like God, what's her name? Oh no, what's her name? It's bothering me so much. Yeah, Yanfei. I kept wanting to say Yilan, and I was like, that's not right. It's not. Okay. Yanfei. Sorry. It was Yanfei and Kuki Shinobu, and they walk up to you, and then I guess it led to a beetle thing with Arataki Itto, but I never played it because at the time I was like, oh no, I don't want to meet these characters right now. Blah blah blah. Spoilers. I should have probably just played it. Damn. Anyway, but yeah, I didn't make that connection that he'd be so into that kind of game / sport. I played when I was a kid. I watched people playing that when I was a kid. I played that as a kid. I guess.
Hey, it's not just some kid's game, okay? There's way more to it than that. I have taken part in more beetle fights than you would believe. At least 800. I may have even crossed the 1,000 mark by this point. Anyway, after a while, you can tell a beetle's fighting potential just by looking at its shape, size, and the patterns on its body.
I am... Huh. Why would we be we weren't here when we were... I don't understand. Are we just saying that for the sake of saying that?
But it's not just about all the physical stuff. Oh no, your Oni Kabuto's got to be in the right headspace as well. If it's not up for a fight or doesn't have the guts, well, then it's game over. Boy, are you two lucky you ran into me. When it comes to beetles, I'm the expert that the experts go to. I'll show you all you need to know.
Not the lightning.
But we're not the ones that will be playing. We're just here to keep an eye on you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'll play.
Yeah, anyway, not a problem. You two might think I'm just tooting my own horns here, but just you wait. I'll make you a beetle expert in no time.
Okay.
And by the way, that kid has one tough beetle. We can't underestimate it. We have to find a real lean, mean beetle warrior.
Okay.
Okay, so he's not the sharpest horn on the Oni.
Okay, let me see.
Wasn't good.
There. Let's head to that hill. I'll bet my bottom Mora we're gonna find some major league Oni Kabuto hiding out there.
Okay. Of course, it has to be raining and lightning. Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh! Lightning storm!
Just our luck. Well, hopefully that'll scare all the wimpy beetles away and leave the tough ones for us.
I guess it's supposed to have... We're supposed to have a lightning storm right now? That's interesting. I don't know if that's ever kind of happened before in the game.
Darn it, they're all gone. Let's hop down from here and take a look. My gut's telling me that there's a king-size beetle just below.
Okay.
Beefy Beetle King, here we come! Look, you see all those purple things? It's a whole pile of Oni Kabuto! Now that's what I'm talking about!
Okay. I'm gonna do this real quick because I'm here. Okay.
Oh, what the... Ah, no, not lavender melons. Well, even a pro like myself can make a mistake from time to time. It's okay, just gotta roll with the punches.
Yep.
Let's try somewhere else.
Oh, we'll be rolling with punches, all right. There's one.
This is the one. This is the one. See? As long as you're in my company, you're guaranteed to find yourself an Oni Kabuto.
It's kind of small.
Yeah, it's on the smaller side. But size isn't everything in a beetle fight.
But you said earlier that size matters.
Just let the expert explain, okay? What smaller beetles lack in strength, they make up for in agility. They usually got a whole bunch of sick moves just ready to whip out when the right moment comes.
Is this the same excuse you use when people talk about your arms? It doesn't seem to be very energetic either, though.
Listen, you can never see a beetle's true energy until it's in the ring. It might look a bit young and docile, but that's got its advantages. Haven't you ever heard the saying, don't judge a book by its cover?
Boy, have I.
Young beetles that have never fought before always go all out in their first fight. Older beetles that have already been through the wars tend to just cower in the corner the moment they see a strong opponent.
Is it cower, or is it like they're just too lazy and tired to deal with it anymore? I was hoping we'd catch a larger beetle.
Hey, didn't I say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me that this Oni Kabuto was spawned to be a champion.
I mean, if I actually saw a beetle the size of a freaking basketball, I would think that's pretty big and lose my shit probably. Where's Paimon?
Right here! Look what Paimon found! If we're gonna battle some beetles, then Paimon wants in! It's not like we have anything else to do. When you hopped down, Paimon flew off somewhere else nearby and found this one!
Hmm.
What do you think, Itto? It's big and strong and looks like a real fighter. It matches everything you said about a good fighter, Beetle.
She's got that Beetle look.
Bet the one you guys found must be
Oh.
bigger.
How'd we not see that?
Oh, you got some experience catching beetles too, huh?
Nope. This is the first one Paimon's ever caught.
Oh, I guess she caught it and brought it over.
Well, looks like you got a real knack for this. You'll be a fellow beetle fighting expert in no time. I mean, not as good as me, but but still.
Oh, so overall not that good then.
Anyway, great. With both your beetle and
That
mine,
was fine.
I can tell this'll finally be the one. This time, I'm gonna win for sure.
This'll finally be the one? You've never won before?
Well, you know, that's just life, man. There are so many people in this world who are talented, passionate, but it's no guarantee that things will go their way.
Right, like me and this YouTube channel. I can relate to him.
So
It's
many
great.
unrelated things have to come together at once in just the right way to make victory happen. There's this word that really sums it up nicely, actually. It's coincidence.
Coincidence.
As in pure luck? Huh. Guess it makes no difference whether we have Paimon's Beetle or not then. Might as well just...
Whoa. let's not do anything rash here, you know.
I thought smaller beetles know a bunch of sick moves. Didn't you say that younger beetles are fearless?
I think both of these fine beetles have a shot at winning. Let's just hang on to them and give them both a try. A true warrior never leaves a good beetle behind. Anyway, time to head back and get this show started. Man, I am psyched for this. Woo! Let's go!
Arataki Itto would make a great streamer. Probably just rage quitting all the time, but very determined. Who wouldn't want to watch Arataki Itto play, like, Dark Souls or something? Like, come on. That'd be hilarious.
Finally, you're back! Can we start our beetle fight now?
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. But you better watch out. I brought a real winner back this time.
Don't worry, I'm not scared of your beetle. Go, Stripey Ghost!
Stripey Ghost? Okay. Sure. Your beetle looks evil.
I've got this fight in the bag. Let's go, Nimble Ninja!
Oh, it looks exactly the same, okay. Oh, it's bigger. That's fine.
Huh? When did you come up with that name?
Come on, you can take him, little guy!
Whoa, the cinematic crazy cutscene of the beetle fight is nuts.
That's right! Finish it!
It's not going well. Damn.
Oh, no! My little Nimble Ninja!
Ha! Looks like I win again!
Good job, kid.
Dang it! Oh, it's my 7th loss in a row.
This is a poor track record.
Stripey Ghost is invincible! Even Uncle Itto can't beat him.
Well, wait till you see what Paimon found.
I won't forget this. I'll beat you next time, I swear! Alright, Paimon, you're up. Time to give Crimson Cyclone a shot. Maybe it'll end this losing streak of mine.
Did you name that for her, or did she come up with that?
Alright, go get him, Crimson Cyclone!
Jesus. That name caught on quick.
Whoa! That one looks ultra strong. But it's still no match for you, Stripey.
I want Stripey Ghost to win.
Alright, little guy, use your Super Paimon Tornado!
That's a real thing now? Damn, that was quick.
No, I can't believe it. I lost.
Yeah, get wrecked, kid. I'm just kidding.
Yay! We won! Ha! Paimon knew Crimson Cyclone would be the best!
Boy, did that one put up a fight. Woo! It wiped the floor with Stripey Ghost. I know a real Beetle trainer when I see one. Way to kick some Beetle butt, partner.
This kid's demoralized. Now he's got no parents and no Beetle. This is awful.
See? Paimon's got real talent! Of course, Crimson Cyclone has to take some of the credit, too.
I mean, are these Beetles just straight up dead? They just get flipped over, but they're not moving at all. They're not seeing them walk away. They're not talking about them as if they're still around. They're just kind of like... Hopefully we didn't just murder the kid's Beetle. Why don't you let Daisuke keep Crimson Cyclone and get rid of his loser Beetle, you know?
Oh, right. Yeah, now that the Beetle fighting's over and all.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
This is for you, Daisuke.
Woof, that pronunciation. It's fine.
Huh? For me? You're really giving it to me?
Go ahead, take it, Daisuke. When we finally get back to the city, you can show it off to all your friends.
Thank you for pronouncing his name right.
But will we ever be able to go back?
No.
Of course we will. Trust me. I never go back on my word.
Oh, so you are trying to find a way that they can go back.
Anyway, I got some things I gotta discuss with my friends here. Go play with Granny for a while, would ya? There's a good boy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you turn yourself in, then they won't have to be interrogating these people at all, so they could just go back and everything would be fine. For them, anyway. So, yeah, that's how you fix that.
Good. The kid doesn't suspect a thing.
You're from the Tenryou Commission, aren't you?
Damn it!
I bet you're here to capture Uncle Itto.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't have known that if Paimon didn't open her mouth just now.
Huh?
Right in front of you. Like a fucking dumbass again.
Hey, didn't I tell you? They're my friends. In fact, they're in the gang. We're practically family.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I already know everyone in your little gang, but I've never seen these two before.
Damn, he called your gang little. Look, kid, it's not the size of the gang that matters. It's how skillful they are. I'm trying to... Man, there's a lot of size comparison in this one.
Uncle Itto didn't do anything wrong. Don't take him away.
Well, I don't want to.
And not only did he not do anything wrong, he also saved my life. He's not a bad guy.
So what's the story here?
Hey, some things we don't tell to outsiders, remember? How should I explain?
Through words.
I'm a real lousy liar.
Okay.
Itto, sometimes you need to just say what you have to say. Don't worry about us.
Okay. What's up?
I guess. Thanks, Granny.
I think this just went into a direction I was actually not expecting.
Seems I can't hide it anymore. Come with me. I'll explain everything.
Okay. Your Beetles are still super dead, by the way.
I'll be honest with you. This thing the Tenryou Commission is investigating, with someone going around taking people and their possessions, it wasn't me. Any of it.
Are you covering for someone?
I have my own reasons for lying about it, and I really didn't want to get innocent people caught up in this while I'm still trying to solve the real problem here.
Oh, fuck. Wait a minute. Random speculation, random guess coming in right now. Is this the other Oni? Potentially. Not saying it's like that exact one. Like, I don't know. I can't tell. Like, yeah, they're like, okay, Arataki Itto could just be a descendant of that red Oni. Sure. But I don't know how long Onis live in this world. What if he was the OG Oni? And the Blue Oni is back and doing stuff and causing mischief because they stayed away from humanity and people, that they just kind of evolved into being like, you know, mischievous Oni creature. And because he has that bond with them, he's just kind of like, I don't want them to get in trouble. They helped me out in the past. I'm going to help them out now. That's my guess. That's kind of my freaking long shot that I'm giving right now. I mean, sure, it could just still be descendant stuff, and maybe Arataki Itto just has a similar story where he does have someone he's close to that's doing that kind of thing right now. But I think that is the story of actually... well... Now I don't know, because they actually said the Red Oni's name in the story. They called it like Aka or something. Unless, doesn't Aka just mean... Wait, does Aka mean red in Japanese? I forget. Yeah, it does. So it could have just been a nickname for Itto, because he's the Red Oni. I'm not going to fall for the red herring, and I think Arataki Itto is the OG Red Oni in that story. And that the Blue Oni is back doing this stuff, and he's trying to cover to you know, make up for the past stuff.
I'm the same as you. I just want to avoid conflict at all costs. But it's just not worth it if someone gets hurt.
Mm-hmm. So why in the world would you say that you were the culprit?
To cover.
Maybe you don't know because you're Outlanders, but it all started a long, long time ago with the story of the Crimson Oni and the Blue Oni.
That's right.
Hold on a second. If you're talking about that fairy tale, we've heard that one already.
Oh, so you already know. Well, that makes things a whole lot easier.
So, is the story from the fairy tale really true?
You bet it is.
Everything about the fate of the Oni is true. The Blue Oni chose exile, and the Crimson Oni stayed behind. But the other details aren't historically accurate. Fairy tales are nice stories, but there's something they leave out. It's a little thing called the cold, hard truth.
Mm-hmm. And?
The Inazuma of long ago was a dangerous place. If you wanted the Raiden Shogun's protection, you had to have a good relationship with the humans.
Right.
The Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. Over time, the Oni eventually split into two factions.
That's okay. By the way, love how he said, like, if you want to be on the good side of the Raiden Shogun, you need to be cool with, like, humanity and stuff, with the people. And I loved how they showed Orobashi in that shot. Ooh.
The Crimson Oni were friendly with the humans, but the Blue Oni, they were more stubborn and insisted on keeping to their own.
Paimon thought you were two different species. So really, you're all one family?
I mean, I would imagine so originally.
Yep, that's right. There's no real difference between us. We just paint our horns different colors to show which side we belong to.
So why did the Blue Oni choose to exile themselves?
Because humans were still wary of Oni at the time. The Crimson Oni always hoped to find a way to live in peace with the humans, but the Blue Oni kept clashing with them. Humans didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. All they knew was that Oni were hard to get along with. If things were to continue that way, the Oni were never gonna get along with humans. And so, the most revered leaders of the Crimson and Blue Oni decided to resolve it once and for all. Over drinks, they swore an oath. The Blue Oni would play the role of evil Oni to help the Crimson Oni integrate into human society. But the Blue Oni's leader gave two conditions.
What were they?
First, the Oni must abandon any prejudice they held against humanity. every Oni was to accept humans in their heart before the humans accepted them. Oni were not to use their strength to mistreat humans, but were also not to stand for mistreatment against themselves. Second, the Crimson Oni were to integrate with human society, but not by trying to please the humans. The Oni were to embrace their own honest characters, their surging tempers, and their awesome strength to win respect from the humans.
Be respectful and be yourself. On both sides. The blue to be respectful and the red to be themselves.
In other words, they were to carry on the Oni bloodline while also protecting our Oni pride.
I see.
After choosing exile, the number of Blue Oni began to dwindle, until eventually, they disappeared altogether.
Okay.
Since I first heard the story of the Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid, I've heard it countless times in my life. Not once did I ever imagine that the Blue Oni clan had actually survived.
So now I sound dumb. Unless if he's lying to me right here. Which he could, but he's usually a bad liar, and we would call him out on it. So I guess the fairy tale is just the origins, and it's not him directly. But because Crimson Oni and Blue Oni consider themselves family, the same emotions might apply. So maybe if there is a Blue Oni that is around doing things, Arataki Itto might feel like, oh, I have to jump in and make sure they don't have pressure on them because who knows how many of them are left. This could be like the last one or whoever. You know, it's got to look out for my bro, whatever. Like, you know, that kind of thing. So it could just be him looking out for family, whether or not he knows them. It's still like there's still that bond. So that's probably more of what it is. Unless if he turns around right now and says, by the way, I was the Oni in the story. Derp, derp, derp. But no, I don't think that's true. Because he talked about how their ancestors would have a deal and all that stuff. And yeah. I don't think he'd be one for negotiations like that.
So you're saying the real culprit was a descendant of the Blue Oni?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Most people don't pay attention to the color of an Oni's horns. They probably don't even know that Blue Oni exist.
Yeah, so all I'm learning right now is that... Actually, I didn't even learn it. I just knew that humans just be prejudiced and shit.
But nothing gets by the Arataki gang. At the scene of the crime, they saw an Oni with different color horns than mine.
There you go.
Still, it'd be strange if the culprit really was a descendant of the Blue Oni. I can't bring myself to accept it.
Because the Blue Oni also value their own pride?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They would give up their life before abandoning their pride.
That is weird. Why would they act up all of a sudden? There would have to be a big reason to it. Unless if there's something else in play trying to make the Oni look bad.
I've always respected the Blue Oni for the sacrifice they made. And I know the aspirations my ancestors had for the future of all Oni. Our pride does not allow for any wrongdoing. You don't steal from other people. You don't harm other people, period. My guess is that the Blue Oni was tricked or forced into it somehow. But I don't have any evidence.
So you're trying to buy more time.
That's right. If I didn't step in, the Tenryou Commission would have definitely caught them by now.
But what does Daisuke have to do with any of this? He said that you saved him so he knows your story, right?
He was the one I managed to save from the Ronin after I sent them running from the scene. He was off playing somewhere when they came by and ransacked his house. By the time he came back, his parents had been taken.
That's no good.
The whole reason I'm in this is to help this kid find his mom and dad again.
Why don't you just tell us that in the first place?
I never wanted to tell you any of this. My original plan was to knock you both out and take my family to hide somewhere else.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. Because... beans.
There's more to this than just one Blue Oni. There's a dangerous group behind everything that's been going on. I didn't want to get anyone else caught up in this mess. That's everything. The whole story. If you don't believe me and want to drag me back to Inazuma City, then I'm gonna fight you with all I've got.
Fair.
But if you're willing to believe me, then please, give me a little time. Once I find the Blue Oni, I'll turn the both of us in.
I'll help you.
Yep, Paimon too.
The real culprits must be brought to justice. We can't let the innocent be accused.
Just treat it like we're here to keep an eye on you.
So, you... all right. I knew you'd be reasonable. I knew it. I was thinking right from the start, these two fine folks, they're just out here in the pursuit of truth and justice, man. Yeah, we are gonna get along just great.
I don't think that's what you thought at all, but sure.
Well, I should tell you, though, things could get a little dangerous, so be ready for anything. Don't say that I didn't warn you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about us. We're seasoned adventurers.
All right, then our first job is to investigate where this Blue Oni is hiding out. There's a victim of his that saw him up close, currently taking refuge at Sango no Miya's camp. I figure we can start by talking to him.
Okay, sure. We'll go to Sango no Miya's camp. Hey there. You see this Clementine? Think of this Clementine as my YouTube channel. Look, it's nice, it's pretty, it's sleek, it looks delectable, but I only get so much flavor like this because all the good stuff is deeper inside. And if you were to pay just that little bit to get that inside, you know, take that little bite. Now, oh, look at that. You have access to all the juicy goodness on the inside. And this is where the good stuff is, my friends. The extra content, the extra videos, the uncut stuff. Look at this. It's so juicy. The juice is insane. Why do I have all these oranges? It doesn't matter. If you sign up and become a member, Scholar tiering up, you get the uncut stuff. It's the good stuff. You can go to my Patreon if YouTube doesn't work for you. It's the same things there. Same benefits. I bit my lip. I gotta end this ad. Just do the thing. I appreciate it. I bled for you and me. Back to the video. Ow! I really did bite my lip. Silly question, I just realized. This is the island that would have the lightning storms. So they wrote Arataki Itto's story when trying to find the Beetles that there would be a thunderstorm because there's always thunderstorms on this island. Assuming that you didn't go and do that world quest. So they made a scripted thunderstorm just in case if you did do it. Otherwise, it was just going to make sense because there's a thunderstorm. I'm wondering if any point in time that part would happen and you'd have solved like the world quest and there wouldn't be thunderstorms and they'd be talking about thunder and lightning and you'd just be like, huh? But there isn't one. I wonder if they had to go back or if they were like smart enough to figure out like, uh-oh, this might conflict with that. That's interesting. Huh. Game design be crazy. Are you the person I have to talk to? Yeah, you are. Masato?
Yo, you must be Masato.
An Oni? Oh no, not another one!
Oh, yeah. Not the one that robbed you, though, so, chill. I contacted you before, remember? I need your help.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm still a bit on edge after the incident. So anyway, here's what happened. I was just out transporting some goods when a group of Ronin suddenly attacked me.
Damn.
It's not the first time that's happened to me. Usually you just hand over some Mora and they'll leave you alone. At least you don't lose your goods that way. But this time was different. They weren't willing to talk things over. Instead, they took my things and they started coming for me.
Huh? That's totally uncalled for!
I got down on my knees and begged. Said I had a family to care for and that my business is our only livelihood. Then I saw that there was an Oni among the group. I thought he was going to be the one to finish me off. But instead, he stopped the others and told them to let me go.
How strange.
Yeah, that got them all arguing with each other. His cohort said that I was sure to retaliate if they released me. But the young Oni was insistent that they shouldn't lay a finger on me. Things got real heated. I thought they were gonna come to blows. Luckily, they let me escape with my life in the end. And I scrambled to get myself here, where I'd be safe. I never want to set foot outside of here again!
You know, forever ago, I don't know if I ever said it, but when I first saw Xiao and realized that he had like the Yaksha mask, the demon mask thing, I thought he was an Oni because of that mask. But, you know, that's not, it's just, it's different. But that's just kind of like one of my original thoughts. I was like, oh, it's like an Oni mask, right? Eh. Anyway.
So he'll steal, but he won't harm people. Seems he has some sort of standards. Did he say why they were robbing you?
Surely it was Mora, right? What else could they have wanted with me?
Your shoes.
I mean, I can't say for sure. It's not like I asked. But what I did hear them say was, the goods are worth more than the merchant's life. Or something like that.
Damn.
Ugh, that idiot Oni. Do you have any idea where they went after they robbed you?
I have no clue. But I think they're pretty active in the Tatarasuna area. You aren't gonna go after them, are you? Seriously, I'd advise against it. There are too many of them and they're all heavily armed.
Ah, don't worry. It's just a bunch of no-name scumbags. I got a whole laundry list of scores to settle with them.
Yep.
If these two islands are where they tend to hang around, we're sure to run into them at Nazuchi Beach sooner or later.
Okay. Alright. What are we gonna find here? Lie in wait at Nazuchi Beach for the Ronin to show up. Is what we're gonna do.
They gotta pass through here sometime. Let's just hang tight for a while.
It's a stakeout.
If I'm not mistaken, they'll be showing up any time now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, things might get a little rough, so we better be prepared.
I know it's random, but I was thinking about it. Because Arataki Itto, I like his design a lot, right? I think it's cool. Definitely has that Oni flavor, which, you know, it's what he is. And he gets a lot of shit for having the noodle arms. Meanwhile, you have a character such as Alhaitham, who came later, who actually looks like he has legit arms. He's got some tone to him. I'm wondering if they ever decided to release an alternate outfit for Arataki Itto, if they would fix his model at all. The arms on his model to look a little different. Even if they had to like cover them in like something like more long sleeve or whatever, they could maybe like make it like that, like appear bigger at the very least. Potentially, maybe they could do it. Would they though? I don't know, because we still have characters like Diluc, whose face is still busted, which is unfortunate, and they didn't fix that in his alternate outfit, which is very cool but also expensive and almost not worth getting if he still has the same owl face. Yeah, just a thought. But maybe arms would be easier because it's not like the face of the character. You know what I mean? Something could easily go over them. I don't know. Right, anyway, staking out the Ronin. That's what we're doing.
Oh, here they come!
Yeah, there they are. And one of them has horns.
Okay. Wasn't expecting this. To actually see the...
Alright, it's go time.
Blue
Let's
Oni.
get him!
It could just be someone wearing something too. It might not be an Oni at all. Nice. Okay. Cool. Okay, his Claymore animations are pretty cool. Alright, he's got a different swing too. It's just a big old swing. It's not like a forever like slash thing or a whirl thing. He's just got a big old, a big spin. I like that. It's pretty cool. Why? Yeah, okay, dude. All right, cool. Let's try some things out. Hi guys.
Well, it looks like you fellas aren't going down without a fight. Fine by me. Let's fight first, talk later.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
To the very...
It's showtime!
Nice little splash screen there.
To the very...
Oh, I got him. That was cool. He's fun to play.
Hey, don't even think about running.
Get him.
It's me, Arataki Itto, descendant of the Crimson Oni.
We got what's going on here? First of all, I don't know how they'd mistake you and this guy.
I know who you are.
Yeah. Are you Sasuke? What's up?
From the day we are born, every Blue Oni knows their purpose. We all know our fate is one of self-sacrifice.
Did you decide to hold a grudge? Even though it was your ancestors' idea?
But what about the Crimson Oni, You don't know anything about us. Not our miserable history, or any of our names. Mine's Takuya, by the way. But you don't even care, do you?
I'm just trying to find you, I mean...
Because those who get sacrificed should be forgotten, right?
Yeah, you guys don't look anything like I don't know why people would assume.
No, you're wrong. I never knew the Blue Oni had survived to this day, and the moment I found out, I was determined that I would find you. Since you remember the pact between our two factions, I assume you also remember the pride we share as Oni.
I do think his design's pretty cool, though. But yeah, it doesn't look anything like him.
So my question is, how could a proud Oni like yourself go and abuse the weak and plunder the innocent? Why break the oath that our kind swore all those years ago?
Yeah.
Huh? What's so funny?
Who are you to talk about pride and oaths with me?
Oh.
The Blue Oni gave up everything, just so the Crimson Oni could live peacefully in human society.
I think you need a new shirt.
But let me ask you, Arataki Itto, what exactly do you contribute to human society?
Fun.
You're a blundering fool who can't hold down a real job, a laughingstock of the town, and worse still, you let them get your vision during the Vision Hunt decree. Protecting the Oni pride? Ha! You wouldn't know how if you tried.
You stalking him, bro? Like, what the hell?
You're a disgrace to the Oni kind.
Hey, come on. None of that stuff's a big deal. I mean, you're really hanging me out to dry here, man.
Since when do you care what other people think? You just do whatever you want. It's not like anyone can stop you.
I will say that this, like, for being an NPC character, he is probably one of the more decked out, fancy NPC characters. Like, you see him and you're like, you're borderline, like, could be an actual playable character one day. I don't think he will, but he could be. If his model was just a little bit better. Like detailed wise, because you can tell a lot of his stuff is like painted on. Whereas like Arataki Itto's stuff like actually looks like armored plating and layers of things. So I don't know. But he looks like he could have a playable character design thing. Like, he doesn't look bad. He's kind of cool.
But do you have any idea of the kind of life my kin and I have lived while you've been hanging around in human society? We were cut off from the rest of the world. We severed all contact with it. And since then, we've had no place to live, no stable source of food, no clothing, no medicine, nothing. Besides the oath we swore to uphold in our so-called Oni pride,
We had nothing. So, that's why you joined a band of thieves?
That's right. Why should I accept that life? Is holding fast to a worthless oath supposed to help me provide for my family and friends? I've abandoned our Oni pride. It's meaningless. I want to live. I've given everything that I've stolen from humans to my community. What I've taken will at least keep them from starving and ease their pain. That's what matters most to me.
You don't need to go to such extremes. That doesn't actually solve the root of the problem.
Yeah, and besides, the Blue Oni sacrificed themselves so that Oni could be accepted as part of human society.
Yeah, now you're ruining it, man.
If people see Oni causing trouble again, then that'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice you made.
It's almost as if so much time has gone by and people just sort of see people like Arataki Itto within society just fine, that you can kind of come out of the woodwork now with your people and just be amongst society, and the people are like, oh, are you an Oni? You could be like, yeah, I am. And then that's all. Like, that would be it. Why don't you approach your bros and are just like, hey, is it like cool for us to like hang out now because you guys did a decent job at intermingling with humans and jazz? Like, we good? And then he'd be like, yeah, man. This guy got a little, he's a little confused.
You make a good point. But Arataki Itto's the one who needs to get that into his thick skull. The Blue Oni are the bad guys, so we're expected to do bad things. Our actions won't tarnish the reputation of the Crimson Oni.
Right, and then he stepped in the way to protect you, and then you're like, why are you doing that? Let us be bad.
Unless, of course, this bonehead decides it'd be a great idea to take all the blame for himself, completely destroying the trust between humans and the Crimson Oni in the process.
I mean, you're not wrong there.
He's the one that wasted the sacrifice we made.
But you guys weren't just bad, though. You went into hiding. I mean, yes, people saw the Blue Oni as bad, but you think the people remember that now? Not really. They think of it as a fairy tale. I don't think if a Blue Oni showed up in town, everyone would be like, oh my god, the stories! The Blue Oni's here, they're gonna steal everything. I don't think people would do that. Maybe they would, if the game just kind of wanted to break itself and make it a thing, but I mean, you know, how long ago was this? These characters in this world barely remember things that happened like a week ago, so I mean, I don't.
Huh? Well, I only had to do that because of you. I couldn't just stand back and let the Tenryou Commission drag you away.
You should get your priorities straight.
Don't care about me.
The Blue Oni are history, all right? Forget about us. The Crimson Oni are the ones who must live on. Why couldn't you have just stayed out of this?
There they are! Seize them!
No. Ishizaki, now's not the time.
Oh no! It's the Tenryou Commission!
Don't worry, I'll fight them. That wouldn't make any sense if I did.
Forget it. This was a waste of time anyway. Look, I don't expect you to understand me, but you could at least take a look in the mirror sometime.
Oh, but they are going to go after Arataki Itto, and I'm going to have to defend him too. Okay.
Hey! Hey!
Oh boy.
He got away! Uh-oh, we need to get out of here too!
They've got us surrounded.
We can't get caught here.
Oh boy.
Looks like I'm up to bat. Just wait here, and we'll escape together when the time's right.
Okay. Well, I guess we're not fighting. He is. All right.
Whatever you do, don't attack any of the Tenryou Commission, or they'll be after you too.
Yeah, but we're I mean, yeah. I get it.
Who goes there?
Here we go.
Get them!
Let's roll!
Come on, men! He won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arataki Itto.
I don't wanna.
Who wants some of this?
There we go. Oh. I got it.
Man, they really came out in force today. I'm kind of flattered the Tenryou Commission sent so many.
You know, me just standing here doesn't look good either. I mean, I should be helping them. I mean, I don't want to help them, but like, for them not to report back and be like, the freaking traveler is helping the Oni guy now. This is crazy.
But I still haven't completely recovered from the bean attack earlier. I'm starting to lose my edge here.
I wonder whose fault that is. No, I can't think of anyone. That's crazy, dude. You should stay away from the beans. Why don't you let us explain the situation to them?
No, no way.
Okay, sure.
All that would do is send them after our Blue Oni friend instead. But I have to settle things with him first, man to man.
Okay.
Then what should we do? The Tenryou Commission's about to arrest you!
No choice but to keep kicking some Tenryou butt.
Okay.
Hey, boss. Thought you'd have all the fun without us?
Oh, it's the gang.
Granny Oni sent us. We're here to lend a hand.
Are you guys a gang because you share the same hat? Because that's the only similarity I see. Where's his hat? Where's my hat?
Maybe we can't take him, but we can sure slow him down. Now's your chance. Go!
Hey, I told you to stay out of this one.
Well, we're in it now. Come on, there's no time. Go, do what you gotta do, boss.
All right then. Watch yourselves. Soon as I'm done, I'm coming back for you. Come on, you two. Time to roll.
All right. Cool. It was nice seeing his loyal gang members show up.
Don't let them get away. After them.
Hey, you guys want some of this? There's plenty to go around.
Okay, with what weapons? What do you got? Oh.
Run for it, boss!
Yeah, you guys should have brought weapons to defend yourselves a little bit. Okay.
As boss of the Arataki gang, getting rescued by my own boys feels pretty humiliating.
Nah, that's cool.
I promise to never let you down, boys. All right, we've got some footprints to follow. Let's find Takuya.
It was real touching and all what they did, but those few guys weren't much of a gang.
Hey, it takes Mora to run a gang, okay? They're all I've got for now.
Footprints?
Huh. Is it just me, or are there more and more footprints here?
Oh.
At least we know
Right
we're
here?
headed the right way. Let's see what else we can find ahead.
They're not glowing or anything, but okay.
A wrecked cart and some goods.
Oh.
Look alive, we've got company.
Whee!
Power that ended Haishan! Take your true form! Blaze over!
Seems they definitely don't want us going any further. Let's see what's waiting for us up ahead.
Alrighty. Ooh.
Huh. Besides the footprints, there are other signs of life here too. Must be plenty going on around here. Let's investigate. They couldn't have just disappeared into thin air. Yeah, unless they're all ninjas or something.
Nimble ninjas. Just like the beetle that we found. Over here, maybe? Yes.
Hidden entrance, yes! All right, I think we just found their hideout.
Nice.
This is gonna be where they keep all the people they took.
Paimon thinks Takuya's probably in there as well.
Before we go in, I have a question.
Huh? Fire away.
Did you really understand where Takuya was coming from?
Of course I did. Come on, I'm not that dumb.
Well...
But it takes a world-class blockhead like Takuya to think his ideas are actually gonna work. So I'm here to save him no matter what.
Alright, that's good to hear.
Huh? What were you two you talking about? Are you keeping Paimon in the dark again?
No, you're just stupid and can't follow Paimon. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Let's go.
Yeah. Nice. Defeat the Ronin guarding this place. Well, that's what we're gonna do.
Whoa.
Hello.
This place is huge. Pretty fancy for a hideout.
All acquired by less than legitimate means, no doubt. All the more reason we gotta put an end to this.
This is fun!
How come the stairs are over there? We can't go up if we can't reach them.
We'll be fine.
No problemo. That'll be what this mechanism's for.
Oh, it's moving!
See? What did I tell you? Just trust my instincts.
Arataki Itto's not that dumb. He's already proven to be smarter than Paimon twice. And maybe that says something. I don't know. Just saying. Alright, well, I guess maybe that did a thing. That lower the ladder. Ooh, chest. We'll drop down. Oh, was I supposed to go around? I was, wasn't I? Oh, I thought I was gonna grab the side. Ah, I see. It can be broken. And then I can... yeah. Got it. I got it. I'm following now. You know, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Whoa! You know, maybe I'm more like Arataki Itto than I thought, personally. Not having the best mental day, apparently. There's that over there. Let's go here first.
It's my lucky day.
Bam!
We'll shut that down.
Let's roll!
How's this? To the ferry.
Just whacking him in the corner. Alright. Give me that chest. Aha.
Look at all the people locked up in here.
They must be holding on to them for leverage. All right, let's get them out of here.
Nice. We free everyone inside. Get out of here, people. Get out.
Alright, you're all free to go now. Quick, get to safety.
Are these, Dice Case parents?
Sorry, but have you seen our little boy? We're awfully worried about him.
Yeah.
Calm down, dear. We don't even know if he was taken here or not.
But... Oh, my little Daisuke!
Oh, you must be Daisuke's parents.
Yes, that's right! Have you seen him? Where is he? Is he alright?
I have a glowing demon face on my back.
Don't worry, he's safe and sound. Someone's looking after him now on Yashiori Island. I can show you where on the map. He's been worried about you. I bet he'll be relieved to see you.
You were the one who saved him? Oh, thank you, thank you!
He's the one you should be thanking.
No, please, no. No need to thank me. It's my pleasure, really. It's just who I am. It's what I do. Before you go calling me a hero, let me ask you this. Wouldn't any other self-respecting guy who saw another person in danger have done the exact same thing?
Really? Just one little compliment and it goes straight to his head.
Why do they see so many people?
These vagrants are insatiable. They'll do anything for money.
The money.
No one dares stand up to them for fear of what they might do.
Oh, would they really do anything drastic?
I don't know, we just kind of panned over, like, torture devices for a second. Maybe.
No, actually, because one of the guys, the one with Oni horns on his head, has always shielded us so far.
Oh, okay. So he's still being kind or respectful. Kind. Well, he still kidnapped them. You know what I mean. He's not torturing them though. He doesn't want to hurt humans.
Oh, in fact, his horns look just like the ones this guy has.
Except not red. They were blue.
At night, he would secretly bring us food and water. I don't understand what he was trying to do.
He was trying to be a cool guy. That Taki.
Are you a friend of his? Or perhaps a relative?
Relative, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe there's something secretly troubling him. He seemed different from the rest of the gang. They seem like heartless crooks, but I'd say he comes across more like a confused child who made some poor choices.
Wow, interesting. That's very much like Arataki Itto. A lot of the time. Not always making poor choices, but, you know, a child.
Let me put it this way. There are a few things he needs to straighten out in his head, and I'm here to point him in the right direction.
I'm glad to hear that. He's lucky to have family like you.
That's good. You should go get your son.
Don't worry. He'll be in my trusty hands. I'll help him see the light.
It's very weird how glitched out the demon face thing is, because sometimes it's behind me, sometimes it's staring at Paimon. When the camera's turned, it's looking towards us in a different direction. It's unique.
Anyway, you should scram. It's still not safe here.
Yes, thanks again. You've rescued our entire family. We are indebted to you.
That's nice.
Huh. A child that made some poor choices. Anyway, let's get going, while we still have time.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it? This is a cool domain because I really like the aspect of the puzzle aspect to it. That's what I want to say. I really like how it's a puzzle, moving these platforms around, going up, and you're fighting guys as you do as well. Included some things in the past, like the purple electro shield thing. You have to turn off the device to deal with them easier. That whole thing. That's it's cool. There's a lot of little stuff in this domain. It's not just like go from point A to point B and hit stuff. They've really. I was afraid because so early on the domains were throughout almost pretty much all of Mondstadt and the majority of Liyue, except for like maybe 3 that I can think of off the top of my head. They were all very basic. I'm glad this is not basic. This is good. So far, the Inazuma domain things, I keep calling them domains, these dungeons, whatever they are, they've been getting better and better. So yeah, I'm cool with this. All right.
This is the place. The jig's up. Surrender while you can.
Don't mind me.
Let's get down to business.
Just gonna turn off the stuff.
See no more.
Catch me.
My blade.
It's showtime.
Damn.
Bam!
Bam is right.
You think you've won, don't ya?
A little bit.
So naive. This is my home turf.
Oh, so we joined. I see. Some criminal organization guy thing. He joined him. It wasn't him just hiring people. He got. I get it.
I'll let you in on a little secret. A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm. It's very precious to me.
I also learned how to talk with my mouth closed. It's very important to me.
What makes it so special is that if you tear one piece, the other piece starts tearing too.
Oh.
Newsflash, don't care about your cute little origami obsession.
No, that means something else. Oh no. Are the Onis linked somehow? I mean, I know like their family and stuff, and they go way back. But is there even more to it? Is there some weird like soul-bound thing going on, too?
You better stay where you are and let me finish. Aren't you curious what the other piece is used for?
Yeah.
I'll tell you. It's now the critical component of the mechanism, and when it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke. Yeah, the whole hideout is rigged with explosives and ready to blow.
Okay, so it's not what I... Okay, it's not that deep. It's just... It might as well be the equivalent of a detonator.
What? You're gonna blow this whole place up?
You'll get yourself killed too, mister.
Oh, don't worry about me. I made sure that I've got an escape route. The rest of you, though, you're gonna be buried deep among the rubble.
Well, that's not very cool of you.
You've had your fun. Now it's goodbye.
Huh? What, huh?
My paper charm! Where's my paper charm?
Oh, looks like you don't know where it is. That's crazy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you looking for this?
Hell yeah.
Yes, that's it. But when did you...
I snatched it earlier, to stop you from doing anything hasty.
I just thought... And now you can't have it. Ha! Blows up the place. Without meaning to. Just like... I don't know, sorry. That's just... I just thought, like, what's the most ridiculous thing that could happen right now? He destroys it so he can't have it, thus destroying the whole place.
Why, you... And now you're going to betray me?
Oh, he's been betraying you. He's been helping those people, those captives.
You're one to talk. What about burying everyone here? If you ask me, that sounds like you've already betrayed our agreement, no?
Mm-hmm.
Just give it here!
Don't do it.
You done talking now? Huh? You sure? Great, because I'm done listening. Ah!
Oh, good. Oh, jeez. Damn, he just... Okay.
Great work, Takuya. You arrived in the nick of time.
Stay away from me.
Oh. Oh, no, don't make this... You were being so cool. Don't be like this.
Huh?
I said stay away, or I'll tear the paper charm.
No, that's not... alright. Oh, God. Alright.
Hey, oh, okay. Fine. Just calm down. What are you doing?
Just because I won't let him blow this place to bits doesn't mean that I won't do it myself.
If there were still prisoners here, you wouldn't do it.
Unless you want to get buried, you should leave this place now. Take everyone here and get out!
Nah, you're not gonna... You wouldn't do it. If you think there's people still here, you wouldn't do it. You're bluffing. You're bullshit.
You won't go through with it.
Yeah, you tell him.
If you were that cruel, then why bother protecting every person you've come across? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here to reason with you. Go! Just get out of here!
Get out of here, you stupid animal.
This sacrifice is mine to make. Mine alone! Why couldn't you just stay out of it?
Man, you said you wanted to live life. Why are you trying to destroy yours? That's crazy.
No one needs to sacrifice themselves.
Yeah.
Alright, then you tell me. What am I supposed to do?
Turn that into a nice little origami crane without ripping it, and then we can go get brunch somewhere.
I've tarnished our Oni pride and abandoned our ancestors' oath. Only sacrifice can restore my pride now.
Or pancakes. That's a good option. We should get pancakes and chill out.
I chose this path so I could provide for my fellow Oni. I was ready to die from the very beginning.
Okay, maybe you prefer waffles. We can get waffles instead. I like waffles, haven't had them in a while.
This is between us Blue Oni. But you... If it wasn't for you, everything would have worked out perfectly.
I don't know why you gotta bring color into this, man. That's kind of weird.
They're here. We won't let them slip away this time.
Damn it. Don't... Why you got... you're... Ishizaki.
Uh-oh. There's nowhere else to run.
Tear the paper.
A Tenryou commission. I'm the one you're looking for. I did it. I'm behind everything. Arataki Itto is innocent.
Okay.
You're the ones in charge of detaining criminals in human society, right? I'm sure you can tell who the criminal is here.
It's that guy. Get him. Nagato, I think his name was, or something. Go get him.
It's like he's trying to reenact the fairy tale, sacrificing himself for the Crimson Oni.
Yeah, it is. Yep, you're right, Paimon. That is what's happening.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh.
It's me you've been looking for, and here I am. How are you ever gonna report back without capturing me?
And now we're trying to change how things go by... Yeah, okay, I see what they're doing. It's pretty cool.
Stop fooling around, Itto.
Listen, Takuya, sacrificing yourself won't solve anything.
You guys are pointing at each other a lot.
Your sacrifice can't protect me or your fellow Oni, and giving up your life isn't gonna make theirs any longer.
Yeah, idiot.
Sacrificing yourself is one way to escape your fate, but the only one you'll be setting free is yourself.
Yeah, selfish idiot.
Listen to me. You want to be the tough guy, huh? Well, this is the coward's way out. Don't let your sacrifice stain our Oni pride. The Blue Oni have been scraping the bottom of the barrel all these years, so let's give them a new beginning.
Yeah, let's do that thing. Now's the chance.
We've made mistakes, but we can make up for them.
It's true.
Fate hasn't been kind to the Oni? Well then let's tear it up and start over.
Not the charm though. Don't tear that up. That's bad. That's choice wording.
But before any of that can happen, you need to get yourself behind me and forget about all that self-sacrifice stuff. Now let's go. But we're not done talking about this. Takuya!
Yeah, come on, man. Oh. Oh no. Oh boy, wasn't expecting a scene like this. Oh! That's no good. Okay.
I'll take care of this. There are still people in danger. Go, help them.
What?
And his music kicks in.
I got this.
Come on!
Yep.
Forget about me! Just go! It's what I deserve!
Ah, shut up, would ya?
Oh, shit. Freaking awesome. Oh. That was really freaking cool. Oh man.
We managed to save everyone! But
But
what about Itto and Takuya? Paimon hopes they're alright.
they're probably dead. Itto said he'd take care of it. Hell yeah.
Look! It's Itto and Takuya!
That's gonna hurt tomorrow.
Yeah, but it was really cool.
What's up with the looks on your faces? I said we'd be okay, didn't I?
I like how you can actually see that they actually like have concern in their eyes, and that it's not just a blank face just looking down at them. It's good.
I'm sure I'd be looking a whole lot sharper right now if it wasn't for that brutal bean attack of yours earlier.
Yeah, he did all that with allergies. Bro, some people can't even get out of bed with allergies. Are you kidding me? Like, that's... We didn't want to make things too easy for you.
Why? Why would you do this for me?
Oh, because. Reasons.
I'm the guilty one here. I don't deserve this.
Sure you do.
Because we're Oni, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
We share the same blood, brother. Our parents and their parents before them never taught us that it was okay to abandon family in need.
Yeah.
I just wish you'd come to find me sooner. If you knew about me all along, then you should have come and asked me for help. I never would have dreamed of turning you away.
Yeah, instead of being all stalker-like and seeing him get his shit wrecked, you know, vision taken away, being made a fool of, losing games to kids, you know, it's rough.
The Blue Oni disappeared so that they wouldn't bring trouble to the Crimson Oni. If I came to you for help, wouldn't that just undo everything the Blue Oni have done?
No. Bro, I love how the background music right now is Say My Name, which is very Mondstadt, Venti theme.
Not to me. I've always respected the Blue Oni for their sacrifice. Nothing they did was in vain.
Which is also very important right now because we're talking about, like, a change and, like, freedom of choice to, like, you don't have to do things how they're just because you feel like you have to do it a certain way doesn't mean you have to. This is intentional.
It's only because of them that we have survived to see today and built a world where Oni and humans can live side by side. Honestly, everything that I have now, I owe to the Blue Oni. And let me tell you, the Inazuma of today wouldn't see you as a villain just because of the color of your horns.
Yep.
You say all that, but in spite of everything, you're barely getting by.
He kind of chooses to be like that, though.
That's just how I roll, man.
Yeah. That's just how he wants to go about stuff.
You remember the pact, don't you? We're not supposed to suck up to the humans. We're supposed to earn their respect. Every member of the Arataki gangs had a tough time trying to fit in. Take Akira, for example. He snores like you wouldn't believe. Or Genta. He's got a serious temper problem. And Mamoru, well, he's colorblind.
Goddamn Mamoru. I'm sorry. Colors are great. And I also get it now. His gang is literally just a gang of misfits. They're not about... It's not this stereotypical traditional gang, in a sense. It's literally just a place for people to belong. People who don't normally fit in. Which is kind of why gangs are a thing. Like it's usually people who don't quite fit into society norms, and then they go and whatever that is, and they kind of get up to their own shenanigans and stuff. But this is a much more wholesome way of introducing that idea into this world of this game.
Even Granny Oni, she got that name for taking me in as a kid. We're all rejects and outcasts in some way, but we don't care.
There you go.
You want to talk about pride? Well, in our gang, we're proud to welcome anyone who's been through adversity with open arms.
But
You should join them. I don't think you will, but you should.
Ah, don't worry. The Arataki gang's already a bunch of misfits. You really think you could cramp our style?
We've dealt with the Kairagi and the people they took captive. I assume the two of you are finished talking.
You know.
Takia, based on the findings of our investigation, I hereby announce that you are officially under arrest for forceful seizure of people and property. Please do not attempt to resist.
Ishizaki.
All stolen articles will be reclaimed. That means we'll be seizing all the goods you passed on to your kin.
No, please don't! Without those goods, they'll...
It's all right, Takuya. Those goods never belonged to us anyway. Don't worry. I'll help take care of your kin. Now that I know the situation, I'll personally make sure they never suffer again.
Might want to put your grand plans on hold there. You're under arrest too, for numerous assaults on the Tenryou commission officers.
Yeah, see, that's, now you're, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, I guess I forgot about that.
Yeah, you did fight the police. They'll arrest you for that.
But no worries, I'll put my gang on the case. My boys will take good care of the Blue Oni.
By the way, your gang has also been arrested for fighting military officers.
Yeah, we've already arrested them too.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Oh, right, yeah,
I'll get Kuki Shinobu to handle everything.
That's what they get for resisting the Tenryou Commission.
Freeze frame.
Yeah, I guess it's up to you then, Traveler. Could you be a pal and tell Granny Oni about the Blue Oni situation?
Sure. Well, tell her everything. Now's your chance to clean up your act.
Yeah, I know the drill. This isn't my first time. And it probably won't be my last.
As for you two, lending them your aid when you knew full well they were in the wrong means that the culpability extends to you too.
Yeah, see, I also kind of said that because we were there. Even though we didn't hit any of the the people, but we were there. Guilty by association, you know, that stuff. But we were also hired to investigate. So, how does the Adventurers Guild mingle, interact, mesh with the Tenryou Commission laws?
But, given your unique circumstances, and in light of the complexity of this case, we won't press charges this time.
Thank you for understanding, Ishizaki. You know, I always said you were a nice guy when I wasn't angry that you showed up.
Sorry for the trouble.
Paimon, don't say anything else, you'll get us arrested.
Hey, wait! Unique circumstances? Are these guys like a big deal or something?
No, it's nothing like that, don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because I was gonna say, you know, like, I'm kind of a big deal myself.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I get it, man. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, all right, see you next time. Whenever that'll be.
Beetles! Oh, good. It's not dead. Alright.
Well, he's pretty. Weird. But at least he's not a bad guy.
Nah, he's actually really... Oh, excuse me. Oh, God, the hiccups. I was gonna say, he's pretty cool. Yeah, Arataki Itto's pretty cool. I really do enjoy how they are handling this quest. And the stuff I've been able to notice in it, and just... Yeah, the story being told here. It's very cool. I appreciate this story quest for doing what it's doing, and it's doing a good job at it. Probably, as of right now, maybe the best story quest in Inazuma that I've played so far. Well, I mean, like, Kokomi's had a very cool moment in it too, but there were other things that could have been better. And I'll explain what I mean by that. Oh, but oh man, and then Ryan Shogun's first one really had that great second act to it. They've all been stepping up. All the quests have been, like, moving up a notch since Liyue. So yeah, I'll get into more specifics soon. We tell Granny everything.
Ah, yes. That does sound like my Itto.
So, did they take Uncle Itto away?
Yeah. He's gone forever.
Yes, they did. But don't be too upset, Daisuke. We will have the chance to see him again.
Visiting hours are on Friday.
He and his gang may have acted recklessly, but the fact remains that he still helped us.
His heart's in the right place. His methods are just kind of whack.
Yeah, I knew it! Uncle Itto helped us, and he's awesome!
Now, don't get any ideas, Daisuke. Itto is a far cry from awesome. He still caused a lot of trouble for a lot of people. If you ask me, I'd say he's like one of those little Oni Kabuto you kids are playing with all the time.
Why are you looking at me?
Though he looks fierce on the outside, he has a kind heart. He's not a delinquent, but he'll never back down from a fight.
I don't really get it, but it sounds like a compliment. I can't wait for my next Beetle fight with Uncle Itto.
It's called Educate Yourself, little Daisuke. I almost called him Timmy, Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Granny, for taking care of our little boy. I hope that Itto and his friends will be released as quickly as possible.
Yes, you needn't worry. The officials in the Tenryou Commission will certainly exercise sound judgment.
It's time we started heading back. We'll be sure to visit again soon.
Okay. Your voice sounds familiar.
Ah, I'm glad that everything was resolved in the end. Things were looking quite dire, but now the future looks bright. Wonderful, wonderful.
It's all good.
As for the Blue Oni, just leave them to me. If there's one thing an old granny like myself can do, it's caring for others.
You're cool, Granny Oni.
Do you need our help?
There's a lot of cool old people in this game. Except for, like, maybe, like, 2. Like, the guy who runs Konda Village, he's kind of a dick. A little bit. Oh, and so is the guy who does the little opera thing in Liyue, like the little stage thing. Like, that guy, he's a cheapskate. I don't like him either. But the majority, the rest of the old people, they're alright.
No, no. Go on ahead. I'm sure you have other adventures beckoning.
Alright, I thought she was transforming. Her neck broke. She was looking at the stars in that.
Besides, once Itto is released, he'll be here to help me.
Is he always like this?
Oh, yes. And you know what? I think that's what makes him adorable. Wouldn't you agree?
I think it's so cute that he gets arrested for being stupid.
He does whatever he puts his mind to. He's sincere, brave, and determined.
Oh, well, these qualities, yeah, these are nice.
Back when I took him in, everyone thought I was most unusual indeed.
Careful your
They
neck.
started calling me Granny Oni.
I swear, please, your neck. You're hunched this way and your neck's going like that. You're an S right now and it's terrifying.
But I've never been ashamed of this name. On the contrary, I'm quite proud of it.
That's good.
Because Itto is my pride and joy.
Oh, that's just heartwarming.
A long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a Crimson Oni and a Blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The Crimson Oni wanted to be friends with the humans, so the Blue Oni played the role of the naughty kid. And then he left. After a long time, the Crimson Oni was living happily with the humans, but in his heart, he wanted to bring the Blue Oni back home. The Crimson Oni didn't know where to find the Blue Oni. His search took him up the highest mountains and across the widest rivers. He found many traces of the Blue Oni, but the more he found, the clearer it became. The Blue Oni was hiding on purpose. So just as the Blue Oni had once done, the Crimson Oni left him a letter.
Dear Owl, I've made lots of human friends now, and I want to have a big party for everyone. I want all my friends to be there. That means you too, Owl. If you don't want to meet me, you can just watch from a distance.
The Blue Oni snuck back to the village and hid in the shadows. He saw the great feast and roaring fire and longed to join in. But though his stomach rumbled, the Blue Oni remembered the oath of old and kept his distance. Suddenly, he jumped. The Crimson Oni was right behind him.
Hey, you're finally back. Come on, I'll introduce you. It's time everyone met my best friend.
Rise up, Golden Soul. And that's it. That was my experience playing through Arataki Itto's story quest. And I have to say, I enjoyed this thoroughly. They really went hard with this one. A lot harder than I thought they would. Arataki Itto is a very interesting, fascinating character, at least here, in this moment. I know some people have talked about how he becomes more of a comic relief character later on. Maybe they're not so much into him, maybe they still love him, I don't know. There's varying opinions that I've seen. As of right now, here I like him. If he does become pure comic relief, that's a little unfortunate. He could be so much more, but at the same time, I don't know that yet. I have to wait and see until I experience more of him on screen. But here they did so many good things. We got to see just how he thinks, how he acts, how he deals with life, his morals, so on and so forth. And this guy, he has flaws. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. He's not the brightest bulb in the box. You know, this guy, he's got his issues, but he has a good heart, and that's where he makes up for it. And I appreciate how they've written this character. I like how they showed us the history of the Onis and how the cycle was continuing essentially, but he had to break that cycle, right? And they have that epic animation at the end. They have the cool storybook animation before that and after it. You know, this freaking guy, they do such a good job. The voice actor is fantastic. He is probably the best version I've heard of Arataki Itto so far. I have heard some other versions, but we'll talk about that some other time. The English one is by far the best, in my opinion. And I think overall, I've just genuinely enjoyed my time with this quest. I felt like there was a lot of heart put into it. And you gotta let me know, what are your opinions of Arataki Itto here and now? What do you think? Let me know. Has he changed? Has he not changed? Is he goofier? Is he about the same? Do we ever have any more moments with him where we actually see his character be challenged or tested? If not, it is what it is, but I want to know your opinions, your feelings about the matter. But once again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, write a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and check out the description for additional ways of how to support me. Every little bit counts. Thank you so much, and until next time, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.